Kawhi Leonard continues to sit out for the Clippers. Technically, it is right knee management. He can do nothing but watch his right-hand man, Paul George, go to work against the Houston Rockets. PG had his best game of the season by far. In the first quarter, he had 12 points. Second quarter, we go. How about Houston Rockets guard Kenyon Martin Jr. came into this league as just an athlete, starting to develop into a fine player. Rockets led it by 1 at the half. In the third, more PG-13. Throwing it down and showing you the range. The Clippers are up by 4. Fourth quarter, we're tied at 78. Back to Kenyon Martin Jr. we go. 2 of his 23 plus to foul. Under a minute, the Clippers are down 3. No, they're not. Paul George with the tie. And then 3 seconds to go on the shot clock is Paul George delivering in the clutch, spinning, willing, and jump shooting to give the Clippers the 2-point lead. They'd go on to win this game by the same score, 95-93. George, 35 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, 6 steals. During the commercial break, I heard he made a couple coffees for fans. His best game of the season comes in the Clippers win. Kawhi Leonard has already missed 5 out of the Los Angeles Clippers' first 7 games, and he's about to miss a couple more as the Clippers announced that Kawhi, their star forward, will miss this road trip to Texas in which the Clippers play the Houston Rockets and the San Antonio Spurs. Kawhi's going to stay back in Los Angeles to rehab, and I think the most alarming thing in all this is right now it doesn't seem like Kawhi can get on a plane and travel much. Ty Lue, the head coach of the Clippers, had this to say. He's frustrated. Speaking on Kawhi, Kawhi's frustrated. He wants to be out on the floor and then not being on the floor, and then now he can't travel. He wants to travel, but the doctor said it's not the right thing to do right now with the stiffness and what he's going through. He's just frustrated after putting in all the work over the last 15 months and to get to the point and not be where he wants to be physically, but he is getting better, and that is the most important thing. So now I'm at the point where I am fearful that the Clippers are lying. Or Kawhi is lying. Somebody's lying. Look, typically in today's NBA, a torn ACL is 9 to 12 months. We are now 15 months removed from Kawhi's surgery that took place near the playoffs in 21, which is when he was had the injury. Kawhi Leonard has been apparently a guy that only wants to hit the court when he feels 100%. Now, we know there are stars around this league that play when they're a lot less than 100%. The history of the game is playing through injuries. I don't know if this is a case where Kawhi really doesn't feel good enough to hit the court at all and feels like he could do more damage to his body, or is it just I'm not 100% and I don't want to play if I don't feel 100%? Because, I mean, if I'm the Clippers, as an organization, I'm frustrated. I mean, come on now. We're paying you good money, 30, 40 millions of dollars a year to rehab. And for us to let you off a whole year because of your injury, get well, brother, and for you to not be ready the following season after you missed an entire year and then some, at some point, professionalism got to come into play. You got a job to do. And I don't know what we're talking about here. Like, I don't know what this is. Like, are we talking about potentially the people that's helping Kawhi rehab? Is it what he's doing with his body? Is something wrong? Or is this about confidence? Like, what is going on? I mean, if I'm the Clippers organization, I got a right to ask. I'm paying you, man, a lot of money. And an argument can be made if you don't go down, this Clippers team is already an NBA champion. If you don't go down, I believe the Clippers, who were able to take the Phoenix Suns 6 games, right? Without Kawhi Leonard, Paul George and Reggie Jackson were balling out. With Kawhi, guarding a Chris Paul or Devin Booker, in good faith, I believe the Clippers have got a good chance of beating the Phoenix Suns, advancing to the NBA Finals, which we seen on the other side of that was Giannis and the Bucks. And look, I've seen Kawhi look Giannis in the eye and say, you're not going anywhere. Kawhi's got the makeup to guard Giannis, even though he's smaller than Giannis, right? I've seen him lock up Giannis for 4 straight games when the Raptors beat the Bucks after Milwaukee took the 2-0 series lead. We've seen him do it before. Who's to say that he wouldn't do it again with a better team in Los Angeles, I'd argue, than what Kawhi had in Toronto? The point I'm trying to make is the Clippers fan base has a strong argument that if Kawhi didn't go down, we'd be champions right now. And Last year, we would have had a good shot at it. With the Lakers down, the Suns struggled. The Mavs ended up in the conference finals. You can't tell me the Clippers are not better than the Mavs. They beat them back-to-back first rounds of the playoffs 2 years in a row. So, like, you come on now. The Clippers, they like, yo, Kawhi, where you at? Where you at, man? Paul George seemingly is finding his groove now after that big game. But it's time to go. Nothing moves correctly if the Clippers can't get Kawhi healthy. Now it seems to be load management on the knee. What is the load? He ain't playing. What load is he managing?